Have you ever been invited to something just so someone could hurt you? I got an engagement invitation yesterday that made me question everything I thought I knew about friendship. My college best friend is marrying my ex-boyfriend. Back in college, I genuinely thought I'd won the friendship lottery with my roommate Ariana. You know that feeling when you meet someone and it's like finding your long-lost sister? That was us. When Joe joined our little world junior year, it felt so natural. He was this quiet, thoughtful guy from my European history class who doodled medieval castles in his notebook margins. The three of us became inseparable almost immediately. And here's the thing that still amazes me about Ariana. She never once made me feel guilty about having a boyfriend or acted jealous like some friends do. Instead, she became like our biggest cheerleader, always planning fun things we could all do together. Ariana was always so thoughtful about my relationship too. She'd remind me to bring Joe his favorite coffee when he was stressed, or suggest I talk to him when I was worried about something. Joe and I had been together over a year, talking about apartments after graduation, maybe moving to the same city. Ariana started noticing things. She'd mentioned that I seemed distracted, or that Joe had looked confused when I'd referenced some conversation we'd supposedly had. I didn't think much of it because honestly, she was probably right. We were all stressed about jobs and thesis deadlines and becoming actual adults. But then Ariana started bringing up specific incidents that I couldn't remember, like tension at dinner when I'd mentioned my study partner Kenneth, or weird questions Joe had supposedly asked about my schedule. I started questioning everything. Had I been neglecting Joe? Was I giving him reasons to feel insecure? I began second-guessing every interaction, every casual mention of classmates, every moment I spent studying without him. One night, I was at the library until midnight working on my thesis, completely absorbed in medieval trade routes. When I got back to the dorm, Ariana was waiting up with this heavy, tense energy I'd never seen before. She told me she'd seen me kissing Kenneth outside Henderson Hall around 10 p.m., which was impossible because I'd been in the library until closing, but then she showed me photos on her phone, and there I was. Same hair, same jacket, kissing someone who looked like Kenneth from behind. Except it wasn't me, but it looked exactly like me. I tried explaining about the library records, the timestamps on my thesis, anything to prove what actually happened. But how do you argue with photographic evidence? How do you convince someone that their own eyes are lying when they love you and are just trying to protect everyone involved? Ariana seemed so heartbroken having to tell me, so conflicted about whether to show Joe the photos. But he deserves to know the truth, she said through tears. The next morning, Joe showed up looking like he hadn't slept, with this expression I'd never seen before. Like he was looking at a complete stranger. I tried everything. Showed him my swipe card records, my thesis drafts with timestamps, my text messages. I begged him to trust what he knew about me, instead of trusting a photo taken in the dark. But Joe had already made up his mind. And honestly, I couldn't blame him. If someone I trusted had shown me photos like that, would I have believed the denials? A week later, I heard Joe had been seen around campus with Ariana, just as friends, supposedly, helping him through the breakup. By the end of the month, they were dating. I moved across the country after graduation, and spent years wondering if maybe I really had done something wrong, if stress had made me act in ways I couldn't remember. 5 years passed. I built a new life, made new friends, even learned to trust again. I thought I'd healed. Then yesterday's invitation arrived. Ariana Marie Davidson and Joe Leo Bowery request the honor of your presence. After 5 years of zero contact, they want me at their wedding, in 2 weeks, at the botanical garden where Joe and I used to study. I keep staring at this invitation, trying to understand. Maybe they want closure, or they've realized we were all just kids back then and want to make peace. I RSVP'd yes. I even bought them a gift from their registry. But something about this whole situation feels, I don't know, like there's something I'm not seeing. Am I being naive here, Reddit? Is there some other reason someone would invite their ex to their wedding? Update. The wedding is this weekend. I'm driving back to our college town tomorrow. Still not sure what to expect, but I want to believe this is about healing and forgiveness and moving forward. I'll update after the wedding if anything interesting happens.